Well, some of the challenges that are here in the greater Adelaide area revolve around the fact that every time there's a proposed development, whether it be government sponsored or private, uh, you know, there isn't a consistent, predictable setting about how to be able to pay for the necessary infrastructure that's around that development. And by infrastructure here, I mean everything from what I think gets referred to as the public realm, that is open space. But also it's the streetscape, it's the street lights, it's the fact that if there are more people in one area, it may mean an intersection needs to be redesigned. It's obviously things like sewer and water and a whole lot of other things. And the question really becomes, how do we maintain it over time? And to me, the ability to be able to do that in a predictable, consistent, uniform fashion across the greater Adelaide area will in fact be very important to be able to achieve both the quality that's necessary, but also to be able to attract the kind of developers that will produce that high quality. Consequently, I believe that there must be created a planning and urban development authority, an authority that has a number of powers. One is, in some places, it needs to be able to consolidate land, so there's large enough tracts that can allow for the type of development we're talking about. But it also must, in fact, determine on a fair and fully transparent process what are the costs that are associated with development or redevelopment, and to then be able to allocate those costs across the different players, whether it's government, whether it's local or state government, whether it is the landowner, whether it's the developer, whether it's the community as a whole. How to be able to do that in a way that really is fair, transparent, and equitable. And with that, that development authority then also needs to be assured that when new things are being built, that they really are to that highest of standards. It has to be able to be one that protects the public realm. It has to be one that protects the very goals of the 30-year plan, to be able to make it more pedestrian friendly. The public transport plan that I am recommending that be directed to be developed by the Premier and the Minister of Transport needs to be able to have assured that the pedestrian and that bicyclist are a part of that planning, at the center of that planning, to be able to create neighborhoods that don't just have houses, but have some of those services that and retail outlets that mean that people can in fact walk to what some of their activities are. Again, this is not about being anti-car. This is about being choice, pro-choice, giving people a choice about how they get around, and not to have the only choice be, because of the far-flung neighborhood, the cul-de-sac that can't be served by public transport, a whole series of other things that mean that the only thing they get to do is to hop into that automobile. This is about giving people more choices.